Well, March 24th, 1989, a really good friend of mine gave me a call early in the morning, and it was pretty early in the morning. He told me to turn the TV on because my worst nightmare was unfolding.
But virtually every American is familiar with the tragic environmental disaster in Alaskan water. And more than 10 million gallons of oil have been spilled with deadly results for wildlife.
Oil was leaking out of it in huge quantities.
What finally happened, we weren't prepared for it, and the oil companies weren't prepared for it.
We all share the sorrow and concern of Alaskans.
It changed everything. The community was devastated.
So it was the Alaska consent decree that said there would be 3 oil response facilities built.
It was court mandated in 3 different locations. One was Titlik, one was Geneva, and then Shepard Point.
Two of the facilities have been built. The one at Shepard Point, NVE took the lead on several years ago. We've been working to try to make that a reality. The current project status is that we've got most of the design to about a 35% level, and we're looking to get a clean water permit through with the Corps of Engineers.
We do have oil spill response capabilities in this community, but we can always get better and always improve it.
Shepard Point is pretty much perfect. There's deep water there.
For the larger tugs that's required to get in there. All the other alternatives would require dredging.
The Russians actually had skimmers that were huge ships that could have come in, except for they couldn't get to anywhere.
We've been a strong supporter of the Shepard Point Road for at least 10 years. Vehicle access to our hydroelectric site, we wouldn't have to own and maintain a bunkhouse or some of the facilities that we have out there. It has a direct impact on the cost of electricity in the community.
You know, good accessibility with some of that stuff like booms, you know, different types of booms, that takes up a lot of space.
To keep the oil out of town too, you know, keep the boats out there and clean them up.
Just about a straight line from Shepard Point out into Prince William Sound.
I mean, the largest fleet of oil responders is in Cordova.
Cordova specifically has an all-weather accessible airport in the area.
Jets that can bring in equipment.
So we'd have faster response time. With each hour, you're able to cut out of when your first responders arrive at a spill, you're going to collect gallons of more oil. You're talking about people's livelihoods surviving, a wealth of marine mammals and fish stocks, and ensure that they survive through what could be a disastrous oil spill.
It's our home. It's our food. It's our people.
We know now that the best thing that you can do is contain it at the very beginning.
I guess it's a matter of what the world and humanity want to do as far as how we're going to deal with the planet and all of the industries. We're starting to see that it's not if, it's when.
If you think the record of spills in this country is bad now, I suspect it will not only continue but get worse.
I'm serious about it. I want to have everything at my disposal.
I'm a fisherman, and that's how I make my living.
Ideally, the situation is one where these 3 facilities work in cooperation to make sure that any response to a spill of national significance is met from as many directions as possible and with as much infrastructure and support as one could gather.
You know, it takes a long time for nature to recover from these types of things.
So as long as we, you know, at least try and keep them remembering, the better.
It would be fantastic if nobody ever needed them. But the moment you do need them, it's too late to have not built them.